Welcome to Taylor High School for tonight's sectional between the Gamble Montessori Gators and the SCPA Raiders. Give you the starting lineup for your Gamble Montessori Gators. Starting at forward, 6'4" sophomore Michael McCants. Starting at guard, 6' senior Antonio Wilcox. Starting at guard, 6'1" sophomore Jeremy Colley. Starting at guard, 5'8" freshman Dustin Davis. Starting at forward, 6'4" sophomore Demetrius English. Now let's get the starting lineup for the Raiders. Starting at guard, 5'8" sophomore Chris Copenhaver. Starting another guard position, number 13, 5'9" Ozzie McKeechan. Starting at forward, number 32, Ezra Harris. Starting at forward, number 35, Louis Searcy. And starting at center, number 50, Robert Rowland. Raiders come in with a record of 2-17. Gators come in at 10-9. They've met twice this season. Gamble has won by over 40 points in both occasions. Gators are led by Mr. McCants. He averages 15 points and 10 rebounds, a double-double. Mr. Wilcox, 13 points and 8 rebounds. For SCPA, they're led by Ozzie McKeechan, who averages 11.8 points a game, and Chris Copenhaver at 9.5. Robert Rowland is the leading rebounder with 8.5 rebounds a game. The crowd has pretty much dwindled. The first game between Ripley and Hillcrest. Ripley had a really big crowd here, but everybody's mostly left. SCPA has a very few fans, and Gators has about a dozen more. Getting ready for the tip-off. Looks like it's going to be Searcy and McCants. Blowing the whistle, refs. Coming into the circle, flips it up. Tipped back, won by the Gators. That's Davis. Davis working against the man-to-man of SCPA. Goes 5, McCants drives into the lane on the left-hand side, all the way to the hole, and he scores. Gators are lining up in a press. Let's see how the Raiders handle it. Into McKeechan. McKeechan back to Copenhaver. Copenhaver throws the pass to half court. It's intercepted by English. He returns it all the way to the hoop for a basket. Back in for the Raiders. McKeechan coming across to half court. He was reached in on. You fouled him 22. That's his first. That's Colley. All right, side back court. McKeechan working. Here comes the press. On the right wing to Copenhaver. Copenhaver drives off the glass. No good. Tipped by Rowland. Copenhaver brings it back. He's driving into the lane, loses control, grabs it in the corner, gets it back, nowhere to go, throws it, tipped away. Gators coming the other way. Here comes number 11, Davis. He goes into the corner to Wilcox. Wilcox dishes to English. He scores. 6-0 Gators with 6:59 to go. Ezra Harris has gone down. That looks like a pretty good ankle sprain for Mr. Harris. That is not good for the Raiders. They're only got 7 dressed, and the other 2 are freshmen. Anthony Coletta checks into the lineup. Raiders are going to work it in against the full court pressure. Copenhaver to McKeechan. McKeechan dribbles in the corner, flips it back to Copenhaver on the other side. Copenhaver continues to dribble, loses the handle, can't get it back. McKeechan on the floor. That's he and Davis. Looks like it's a jump ball. That'll go Raiders' way. Side back court. Copenhaver. McKeechan faked him out. He throws it away. It'll be Gators' ball. Raiders still in a man-to-man. Side front court now. Gators working the ball in. Got Davis and Colley out front. Right wing Colley. Skip pass over to Wilcox. Long three from the right wing, or left wing, no good. Rebounded by Rowland. Copenhagen bringing the ball up. Right wing to McKeachin. McKeachin drives in the corner to Searcy. Searcy back out on the wing to Copenhagen. Copenhagen, a long three. It's no good. Rebound by Searcy. Searcy back up. He can't hit. Rowland grabs the rebound. Can't hit. Rebound. Grabbed by English. Here come the Gators running. Oh, he walked. Yes, you did. Got out on the wing to Davis. Back to English in the paint, but he took steps. Turnover. Raiders ball. Copenhagen working on the baseline. Nobody's moving. Somebody's got to move. Into McKeachin in the corner. They trap. He picks up his dribble, throws it nowhere. Intercepted by McCants. McCants takes it all the way to the hole. Dunks it over Copenhagen. Long pass to Rowland from Copenhagen on the end. To Coletta out front. Now it's back to Copenhagen. He's trapped, gets out. Behind the back dribble. Dribbles between his legs. I think he got held. It's going to be a foul on the Gators. McCants, beautiful interception. He took it through the lane and jammed it. He rose up over everyone. 6'4", McCants. He's got hops. Copenhagen going to work it in. Timeout Raiders. That was a struggle. Marvin was trying to get that timeout called. The referees were trying to settle up on who's going to be out on the floor. Timeout, 30-second timeout. Gamble 8, Raiders 0. Raiders have not been able to handle the Gator pressure at all. They've had 3 at least turnovers. Copenhagen, the last time he threw the ball up way high into there. It was very fortunate that Mr. Rowland was able to grab it. Got to take care of the ball just a little bit better than that. Harris is trying to check back into the game, but he can't check back in until there is a live ball. Copenhagen to work it in. On the opposite end of me. Copenhagen smacks the ball, looking for somebody to get open, passes it to Coletta. Coletta in the corner. That's Searcy, long three in the corner. That's no good. Rebound by McCants. Here comes McCants on the break. He goes past Ozzie McKeachin with a Euro step, and I think they got Ozzie for a reach-in. On the arm. That's going to be Gator ball underneath. Gators are going from my left to my right. Long inbounds pass. All the way to Jaron. Jaron has checked into the lineup. There's Davis. Davis looking for Wilcox. It's Jaron to English to McCants along the baseline. His little 2-footer is no good. It's rebounded by Harris. Back come the Raiders. Here comes Copenhagen. Backs up, goes forward. He beats the press. He's going down on the right wing. Can't quite get around. Tries to bounce it off their body. It's not. It's intercepted. That's Davis coming back quickly the other way. Working on McKeachin. To Wilcox. Wilcox, a little 5-footer. That's no good. Rebounded by English. English puts it back up and in. That's a 10-0 lead, Gators. Here comes McKeachin. McKeachin working against the press. Backing up, going forward. He splits the defenders. He goes all the way into the lane, carries it off the glass, and it scores. First basket of the game with 4:59 to go for the Raiders. 10-2. Back comes Davis. Davis on the left wing to McCants. McCants, you traveled. He takes it to the hole. Scores. Who's that foul on? That foul's on Robert Rowland for an elbow. Tell you what, though. Look at that on tape, but McCants, he did not keep that pivot foot still. That was a walk. So McCants at the line shooting one. So in for the Gators is number 35, Myra Kendricks. Kendrick. Got Kendrick, Wilcox, McCants, Davis, and Alvin. And now Jaron. Harris to work the ball in. Nobody there. Yes. Copenhagen gets it. Dribbles right, coming up the sideline. It takes him to go into a trap. Trapped. Nowhere to go. Throws it across court. Saved by Cersei. Cersei throws it away, trying to find McKeachin. Here comes Davis. Intercepted by Cersei. Cersei to Harris. Harris throws it away. No, McKeachin has it just over the half-court line. McKeachin dribbles, loses it. It's picked up by the Gators. Who is that, Jaron? It's 35. That's Kendrick. He misses the layup. Rebounded by Roland. Roland back the other way to Cersei. Cersei crossing half-court to Meacham. Meacham drives all the way in the lane. McCants set him up nicely. Took the charge. That's Ozzy's second. And that could be trouble for the Raiders. He's the only one with a basket so far. Wilcox has checked back in for Kendrick. Kendrick's going to take a seat because he can't make a layup. Coach was not happy. Here's Davis. Davis on the right wing to Jaron. Swinging it back all the way to Alvin. At the point, Darren. That's Alvin. 3 on the left wing. Bang! It's good. 16-2. Inbounds to Coletta. Coletta finds McKeachin on the right wing. While right side coming up. Now Lewis, Cersei on the wing. Cersei back to McKeachin. Out front. They're going to trap him. Whips a pass to the center to Copenhagen. Copenhagen at the point. Nowhere to go. Dribbling around. Throws it away. Intercepted. That's Alvin. Alvin with the layup. 18-2. Cannot handle the pressure. There's Coletta to McKeachin. McKeachin in the backcourt now to Copenhagen. He splits the defenders. Here he comes driving to the hole. Whips a pass on the left wing. A little bit behind Cersei. Turnover, Raiders. Harris checks back in the game for Coletta. Kansas checked out. English is in the game. Davis at the point, bringing it up. Raiders are a man. Davis to Jaron. English in the corner. There's Alvin on the left wing. Swinging it back to Wilcox. Left wing English. He drives into the lane. Kicks out to Alvin. It's Wilcox on the right wing. He's taking the ball to the hole. Dishes to English. Little two-footer is good. Here comes Copenhagen quickly the other way for the Raiders. Comes across the high point there. Looks like somebody reached in and got a foul. That foul was on Jaron. Copenhagen working the ball in. McKeachin has it, half court. There's Copenhagen driving in the lane on the right wing. A little dipsy doodle. He lost control, but it's going to stay Raider ball. Under the basket. Copenhagen to work it in. Raiders are in stack formation. Snap of the ball, they go. Cersei, long pass. Intercepted by English. English looking for Wilcox, didn't find him now, he's taking it. Wilcox in the right corner, long three is good. 23-2 with 2:30 to go. There's Ezra Harris working the ball on the right side. Stops, getting trapped to the center of the court. Yes, McKeachin. Good job, got his body between the man and the defender. He was fouled by Alvin. That's the team's fourth. Copenhagen to work it in. Got a little kid who wants to join me at the booth. Maybe I should let him. Copenhagen into McKeachin. Back to Copenhagen down the baseline. Little layup off the glass. Oh, 2 bounces on the rim and no good. Don't call a foul there. That's a jump. English had the ball. Roland tied him up. It was a fair call. No foul there. Gators ball. Wilcox working the ball into Davis. Got Jaron on the white wing. Goes there. Jaron looks for the cutter. Not there. Still on the right wing. Goes in the corner to McCants. McCants drives past Searcy. Oh! That looked clean from here. Who are they going to call that on? Going to call that on 35. I think you missed that, Mr. Stripes. I think you missed it. Looked clean. McCants will go to the line and shoot two, though. His first is up. No good. Swirls around and squeaks out. McCants is a 61% free throw shooter. McCants lines up for the second. Bends his knees, releases. No good again. That's over the back. 3-0. You fouled. Good box out by Ezra. Wilcox went over his back. That's the team's fifth. Two more, and the Raiders are shooting the 1-and-1. Copenhagen to work it in to McEachin. McEachin beats his man, coming up the right side. Is stopped by a trap right in front of the Gator bench. It looks like it's going to go out off of the hands of English. The Raiders are going to work the ball in on the opposite side of the floor in the front court. Copenhagen just in front of the Gamble bench. Malik Lee is in the game now. Copenhagen tries to work it in to Harris. Pass did not quite get there. Wilcox knocks it out of bounds. It'll still be Gators' ball. But now we're about 15 feet further away from the basket. Copenhagen trying to get it into McEachin. Can't do it. Now he lobs it over. Tipped by Colley. Out of bounds. It'll stay Raiders' ball. Copenhagen trying to find someone. Nobody gets open. McEachin finally loses his man. Gets it. Tries to make a pass to Copenhagen. He doesn't. Colley with the steal. 5-footer is no good. Rebounded by Lee. Lee loses it to Searcy. Searcy gives it to Copenhagen. Back to McEachin. Back to Searcy. Searcy's got the ball at the right elbow. Being pressured. Nowhere to go with the ball. Hands up. Ball's in the corner. It's loose. Gators grab it. Here comes McCants. Coming up the right-hand side. Nobody's going to stop him. He's going to go for another dunk. Oh, McEachin juked him. Kind of looked at him funny. He went, missed the layup. Here comes Colley back. Right corner, Wilcox. Wilcox drives baseline, beats Harris, beats everybody. Into the left wing to Alvin B. A little 10-footer floater is no good. Read it by McCants. McCants puts it back up, and he scores. Timeout, Gators. It's a full timeout. We have 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Gamble Gators 25. SCPA Raiders 2. Raiders are struggling to handle the pressure that the Gators are putting on them in the full court press. They can just take their time a little bit. They might be able to get back into this game. Got to take your time. The pressure that the Gators are giving on both ends of the floor is just a little bit too much for the Raiders to handle. It's amazing. Gator crowd is getting into it, and why not? When you're up by 23 in the first quarter, everybody's happy. Here comes the Raiders out of the timeout. Harris is going to be working the ball in. Remember, you can run the baseline. There you go. Good job of running the baseline a little bit. Gets into McEachin. Now he's trapped. Tries to dribble out. Can't do it. Looking for a pass, throws it back to the center. Looking for Harris. It's tipped out by Alvin B. Harris working the ball into McKeachin. McKeachin coming up the right-hand side. Being trapped, loses control. Looks like it's the last touch by the Gators and out of bounds. Copenhaver quickly works it into rolling. Back to Copenhaver. Long three from the right-hand corner. Touches nothing, but no. It hits Wilcox, bounces out of bounds. Gators ball. Excuse me, that was Lee. It was off Lee's foot. Copenhaver's three did not touch anything. Copenhaver's to work it in. A couple of cross screens, and then McKeachin. McKeachin working on the left wing. He's pressured by Lee. Now he's doubled. Tries to throw a one-handed pass. That's intercepted by McCants. McCants dribbles around. No, Ozzie, you can't do that. Ozzie got in front of him, put his leg out. That's a block. That'll be his third. Checking into the game will be Anthony Coletta. Out will go Ozzie McKeachin. Gators working the ball in under their own basket. Works it in. Right wing to McCants. McCants looks at a three, stops, drives, kicks it out. Gators swinging the ball around to the left wing. Alvin B with a shot, no good. Rebounded by McCants. Alvin B with a quick take into the lane, no good. Rebounded by Harris. Harris to Copenhaver. Copenhaver going to see if he can beat the press by himself. He's trapped. Throws it away. Stolen by the Gators. Here they come. That's Colley. Colley all the way to the hole. Left-handed layup is good. 6 seconds to go. Can we get a shot off? There's Coletta. Coletta back to Harris. Harris throws it to Copenhaver. Copenhaver doesn't quite get the shot off before the buzzer to end the first quarter. Score at the end of the first quarter. Gamble 27, SCPA 2. It's a rough first quarter for the Gators. Very rough. Struggled to beat the press. Struggled against the intense pressure from the Gator defense. We'll listen to the SCPA cheerleaders. Nice job, Raider cheerleaders. Small in numbers tonight, but they are mighty. It's a fantastic facility here at Taylor High School in the Three Ridges School District. It's going to be Raider ball to start the second quarter. Copenhaver to work it in. Cersei back to Copenhaver on the left wing. He drives into the lane. Can't quite get the handle. Stolen by McCants. That's Davis. Davis leading the break. Left wing, Colley. Three. No good. Chased down by McCauley. Gets his own rebound. Swings over the right wing. Jaron, a three from the right wing is good. That's 30. 30-2. Inbound to Harris. Harris to Coletta. He can't get it. There's English. English, that's number 50. Drives into the lane, kisses it off the glass, and scores. That's another turnover. There's another turnover by Harris. Can't get it past the first defender. That's Naren. Jaron scores. Harris working it in. Gets it to Copenhaver. Copenhaver, he was fouled. I'll be honest with you, they got no business pressing. You should sit back, play a little defense, save your guys, don't get them hurt. You got a tough game coming up on Saturday against Ripley Union. Copenhaver working it in to Coletta. Throws it off his butt. Intercepted by Jaron. He takes it all the way on the baseline, and he scores on a layup. Copenhaver working the ball in on the baseline. There goes to Cersei. Cersei back to Copenhaver. Copenhaver long pass to Coletta. Coletta, you got to go for that, son. He just sat there and watched it go away. Intercepted by English. English kicks that out to Jaron for a three. That's no good. Rebounded by Harris. Harris for the Raiders. He's in trouble. And it looks like somebody on the Raiders called timeout. Let's not use them all. Got to keep some of them. 6:56 to go in the second quarter. Gamble Gators 36, SCPA Raiders 2. You know, I thought this would be fun, but it's really not turning out to be so much fun right now. At this point, it's a little disheartening that the Gamble Gators are pressing. You're up by 34 points, Coach, with 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. The other team has only scored 1 basket, and yet you're going to full court press. It's a good thing I'm not coaching. All right, looks like they've trusted Ozzie to check back into the game. McKeachin has checked back into the game. He has 3 fouls. Harris, McKeachin working. Cross pick into the corner to McKeachin. He's trapped. Gets out of it to Copenhaver. Copenhaver goes across half court. Dribbles off of English's foot. Out of bounds. It'll stay Raiders ball. He went right by the trap, but the second trap that they hit him with at half court. There's McKeachin taking it on the right wing to Copenhaver. Tries to shoot, couldn't. Throws it away, no. Saved by Cersei. Back out to the point to McKeachin. McKeachin, right wing, Copenhaver. Copenhaver can't get the handle. Goes out of bounds in front of the Gators bench. Gators ball. Wholesale subs for the Gators. Checking into the lineup. Brown Lewis. There's McCauley going all the way to the hole. No, that was Davis. He was rejected by Rowland on a serious block. You cannot be. Wow. You called that a foul. What game are you watching, sir? Clearly, that was a lot of leather. Clearly, a lot of leather. McCants is going to go to the line to shoot 2. That was a foul on Rowland, his second. Team 6th. McCants' first one is good. He can dunk. And he can make a free throw. Second one by McCants is up. No good. Good box out by Copenhaver. Can't really come up with it. Off Gators. Raider ball. Working the ball in will be Harris. He's been struggling to get the ball in. Let's find out what he does here. Goes to McKeachin. McKeachin coming up the right side all the way. Driving hard to the basket. All the way to the lane. Off the glass. Kisses nicely and falls in. Another basket for the Raiders. Back comes Davis. Davis working on the man-to-man. Right wing to Lee, into the corner. That was McCants. His 3 is no good. Rebounded by Copenhaver. Here he takes off on the break. All the way to the hole. Oh, pump fake by Robert Rowland. McCants slaps the glass. Rowland gets a rebound. Goes up strong. He was hacked. He's going to go to the line, shooting 2. Nice pump fake. It's twice McCants has slapped the backboard. Back in my day, you got teed up for that. He could have called goaltending. He was moving the backboard pretty good. That could be a subtle lesson. Rowland second, off the glass and in. 37-5. Gators over Raiders. All right, here goes Davis. Davis working against McKeachin, man-to-man. Right wing, down to McCants in the baseline. He gives it back out to Davis, back to McCants. McCants, you walked, took some steps. Raiders ball. Full court. Yes, full court press again. Harris working the ball on the Copenhagen. Copenhagen dribbles back to the middle. Gets past everybody to half court. Then here comes the second trap. Loses it. Grabbed by Colley. And I think, Colley, you stepped out of bounds. That's going to stay Raider ball. That's a swarming trap. That was 3 people trapping. Copenhagen. He works it into McKeachin. McKeachin tries a long pass down the right side. Tipped out of bounds by English. Stay Raiders ball. Copenhagen to work it in. Trying to find McKeachin. He can't get it. Lost it. Scramble for a ball on the ground. Scrambling for the ball. McKeachin is called for his 4th foul. Ozzie, when you got 3 fouls, you just can't be that aggressive. You've got to understand that you have 3 fouls and you can't do anything about it, okay? I know it was a tough call, but you got to know the situation. That'll send English to the line to shoot 1-and-1. English is a 42% free throw shooter for the year. Let's see what happens. And super sub Jacob Oligmiro is into the game. Jacob, as we call him in class. He comes in at 5'4" and 102 pounds. Shot by English is no good. Nobody boxes out. That's rebounded by Colley. He goes back up and scores. Copenhagen to Oligmiro. Oligmiro gets it back to Copenhagen. Copenhagen to Oligmiro on the right-hand side. He's got the ball in the front court now. Trying to find Copenhagen. Copenhagen splits the trap. Can't quite survive it. Stolen by Alvin B. Alvin B all the way to the lane. Scores. It's 42-5, Gators. And yes, they are still in a full court press. 4:56 to go in the second quarter. It's 42-5. At the line shooting 1-and-1 will be Chris Copenhagen. Chris is a 35% free throw shooter from the year. His first one is good. Nice job. Copenhagen eyeing the second. He gets the ball from the referee. Couple of bounces, a spin. It's up. It's good. 2 for 2 for the 35% free throw shooter. Copenhagen putting a little full court pressure of his own on right now. Davis wards it off. There's Wilcox. Wilcox on the right wing being pressured by Copenhagen. Be careful. Gators calling a play. Looking at the defense, seeing what they're going to do. There's Davis out front. Raiders come out, put a little trap pressure on. Gators start the offense. In the right corner to Wilcox. Wilcox, you walk, but they didn't call it. Jaron Davis. That's English on the inside. Right wing Jaron. His three is no good. Tipped by English to Wilcox. He scores. You can't dribble. They should have called that. That was a silly pass by Copenhagen. Layup. Gators, no! Wilcox. Tried a little no-look to Jaron. Goes out of bounds. Turnover, Gators. Here comes Copenhagen. Copenhagen trapped to Oligmiro. Oligmiro coming down, stops, pulls up from 15. Give it to him. Nice job. He stopped before the pressure, pulled up, shot the little mid-range. Bang. Exactly what you're supposed to do. Gators coming back. Davis working the ball around the horn. Looks like the Raiders are in a 2-3 now. There's Jaron working off of a pick. There's Davis. Beats Oligmiro. Pull-up jumper from the free throw line is good. Into Copenhagen. Copenhagen quickly across. Copenhagen working the ball. Throws up a something from the right-hand corner. I don't know what that was. I don't know why it was, but it was. Here comes Davis. Davis, now they're going to try to make him come out of the zone. Stay there. Oligmiro comes out and puts a little token pressure on just so maybe they'll start the offense. Jaren's going to back it up. Copenhagen with him. Don't reach. Don't reach. Oligmiro goes around everybody. Davis finds English for a little two-footer. 48-9. Copenhagen. Now the Gators have decided not to put any pressure on. Copenhagen trying to dribble through the trap. He does. Gets into the lane. Little dipsy, little doodle. High off the glass. Comes down off of Rowland out of bounds. Wilcox into Davis. Davis comes across the timeline. He's going to hold it out front. Going to make the Gators come out. Davis and Jaren out front. Got English in the middle. Got Wilcox and Lee on the corners. It's a turnover on the Gators. That'll be Raider ball. Copenhagen and Oligmiro. Back to Copenhagen. He's got the ball long on the left wing. High ball screen with Rowland. Trying to find him. There's Ezra Harris. Long pass. It's intercepted by the Gators. Down for the layup is no good. English with a hustle follow and a putback. He put back Malik Lee's missed layup. Copenhagen with a nice little spin move, but he can't really handle it. The ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by a new man in the game that I don't have a name for. Copenhagen left wing, long three. Again, touches nothing. Gators ball, number 55 here. Doesn't have a name. Dribbling the ball across the court. Stolen by Oligmiro. Oligmiro back the other way to Harris. Harris to Rowland. Rowland doesn't want it. He's not a guard. Harris looking to try to find somebody to pass the ball to. Picks up his dribble. He's trapped in the corner. Right at half court. Throw it away. Come on. You got to throw it. Throws it up high. Stolen by Copenhagen. Copenhagen and number 55 going for that loose ball. They're going to call the foul on 55. That's going to bring Chris Copenhagen to the line to shoot. 1-1. Copenhagen with the ball at the free throw. First one is up. It's good. That's 3 in a row for the young man. He's having fun out there. Not as well. You're down by 40. Let's cut it to 39. Second one is up. Good. Comes Davis. Davis to Alvin. Out front. There's Wilcox driving. There's Alvin B for 3. No good. Tipped by English, no good. Rebounded by Searcy. Searcy off on the break. Pretty good handles for the big man. Stops. Looking for someone. Finds Copenhagen. Copenhagen on a really high arching floater. No good. Back the other way comes Davis. Davis squirts through everyone for a layup. It's no good. Rebounded by Copenhagen. Copenhagen to Rowland. Rowland on a layup. No good. Back come the Gators. That's Alvin B for 3 on the right wing. It's no good. Rebounded by Copenhagen. This is turned into a barnyard, play yard, backyard play game. Left wing, Searcy. Searcy, you should just fire it up, son. You haven't had a shot yet. Harris out front. Oligmiro, pump fake, passing to Rowland on the baseline. No good. His little 3-footer is not any good. Rebounded by Davis. He comes back the other way for the Gators. 10 seconds to go in half. Davis stops, pulls up from 15. It's good. He drains it. Shoot it. No shots. 52-11. Gamble Gators over the SCPA Raiders. And that's our halftime. We're stopping for now.
Ball out of bounds off the regular basketball. That ball number 50, Trevor Rowland, his third team first and a half at the line, shooting. Number 5, Michael McCants. Second good. Ball back on the Gators. Raider basketball. Ball back on the Gators. Raider basketball. Three-point basket. Number 13, Ozzie McKenzie. Two-point basket, number 13, Ozzie McKenzie. Ball bounces off the Raiders. Gator basketball. Foul card number 4, Raiders. Christopher Copenhagen, his first, team second of the half. Out the line, shooting, number 22, Jeremy Hamlin. Foul number 13 of the Raiders, Ozzie McKenzie, his fifth, team third. Into the game for the Raiders, number 50, Ozzie. And at the 3, number 55, SCPA team. And